currently 21 years old. I graduated from Fairfield High School. Grew up in Fairfield all my life. I'm going to tell you about my story. Both my parents were Christians at the time that they had me. My father was a recovering alcoholic when he met my mom, and then they met through some mutual friends, and then my dad became a Christian because of my mom. As I was growing up, I struggled with some self-confidence issues. I was bullied in middle school. That was something that I struggled with because I didn't really understand why I was getting bullied. I was always the shorter kid than everybody, not really athletic. So I feel like that's why I was bullied. So in middle school, during my time of being bullied, it was a really dark time for me. I really didn't understand why I was here. If I had a purpose, what that purpose was, I had no clue. And that's something that was really hard for me to understand. And then I went to a church camp at my old church and really wasn't sure why I was there, but I knew at some point I had to be there for a reason. Because I wasn't forced to go. I chose to go, and I'm not really sure why I chose to go because that wasn't my style, that wasn't what I was into. But I said, you know what, let's do it, why not? The camp was a week long. It was a Saturday to Saturday. And then on that Thursday night, they had like an extended ministry time where you could just give all of it to God if you really wanted to. If you hadn't made that decision to follow God and believe in God, then you could if you wanted to. I really didn't pray a whole lot because I honestly wasn't sure what that looked like. I then made the decision right there to follow God because I saw a bunch of kids following for Jesus hard, and I did not know anything about that, but I wanted to. I wanted to know more, and I wanted to live that life, whatever that looked like. So when I got back, I told my parents, and they were super excited, so we talked about it a little bit, and then I decided to get baptized on my grandparents' anniversary, which was really awesome for them. I had a purpose, I had everything figured out for the most part, and then I got a phone call that flipped my world upside down. I was on my way home from work, and one of my coworkers called me and said, hey, you need to get to work right away. Something bad happened to Andrew. Andrew was one of my really good friends. I consider him a best friend, and I got the phone call that Andrew had committed suicide. I was always going over to Andrew's house every weekend, hanging out with him. He was a really good friend of mine. He was real. So had some really good conversations with him throughout the couple years that we had known each other. So that hit me hard. And then after that, I think I struggled with confidence issues even more. I didn't think that my life mattered. So that's what I struggle with. So I ended up going in and out of counseling sessions, which helped to an extent, but I mean, let's be honest, nobody likes to sit and talk to someone about what's wrong with them, but I will say that it helped me tremendously. And then after that, I think I needed to make a decision on what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I started looking into different majors and stuff at different four-year colleges, and nothing really connected well. So at the end of my senior year, I decided to join the Butler Tech's fire rescue program, which was going really well. Really enjoyed that because my grandfather was a firefighter for a long time. So I figured, you know what, let's try that. So I tried it, had a great time. I was about halfway through school when I was continuing to work full-time as well. I made the decision to go to work full-time because at the time I needed money, and I didn't really make firefighting a top priority for me. So after that year of working full-time, working dumb part-time jobs that nobody likes to work, I ended up working and just contemplating what my purpose was again. So I mean, here I am 3-4 years later, still struggling with self-purpose issues and self-confidence issues. And then something just clicked in me. I was online one time, just on YouTube, listening to motivational speeches because I thought it was a good idea, and I decided to look up this one really good speaker, and he basically said, when you can't go a day without thinking about something, that's That's when you know what your purpose is. And that hit home to me because that was firefighting for me. So I then proceeded to go back into it, and I graduated and everything like that. And now I'm pursuing that full time. Right now I'm a volunteer firefighter, and I'm finishing up some EMT classes and everything like that. I know it's important to always know that you have a purpose, and it's something that I struggled with for a while, and I'm just here to let you guys know that everybody is here for a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. You are created for a purpose, with a purpose, and I think it's very important to just keep telling yourself that. I know this world is very messed up, and a lot of stuff bad happens, and sometimes life doesn't make sense, and sometimes all we want to do is run and hide, but I'm telling you that that's not the correct thing to do. I think it's important for us to just find a good group of friends, find a best friend, find a leader, find whatever you need to find, and just talk to them about it. So I am here for whoever needs to talk about self-confidence issues. It's something that I've struggled with for a long time, and can now say that I've overcome that. And want to help you guys with that. So if you're struggling with that, please don't be afraid to reach out to me. I will sit down with anybody and talk. Keep praying about it, guys. I know it's not easy. I know it sucks, but it's life, and just surround yourself with the right group of people. So that's my story. That's all I have for you. I hope to meet up with some of you guys, and we will see where this goes.